This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for Thursday, December 12th, 2024. I'm Marek Mazurek. Gary and Hobart in Northwest Indiana have each submitted bids to construct a new convention center in Lake County. The project is made possible by a state bill passed last year, which gives $5 million annually in matching funds for the project. Hobart wants to put the center near the intersection of US 30 and I-65 in a 250-acre bill that includes the 150,000 square foot convention center, multiple hotels, and lots of multifamily housing. Hobart Mayor Josh Huddleston said the idea is to piggyback off the convention center and create an attractive district for young professionals.
When the convention center conversation heated back up again, we said, look how awesome this is. It could fit right there. There's a lake behind it. There's walkability. And so we said, that just makes a lot of sense, not only for our development, but for what we're trying to do the whole Route 30 corridor, because those people coming to the convention center are also going to want things to do.
For more details on Hobart's pitch, head to InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Lake County commissioners have until July to make their decision on the center. Indiana University has landed a $138 million grant from the Lilly Endowment that will fund construction of a state-of-the-art facility to drive advancements in commercialization in biosciences and develop talent in that sector. IU announced the gift Thursday morning, calling it the largest grant it has ever received in support of research and development. The grant from Indianapolis-based Lilly Endowment is to the IU Foundation. The money will help establish what the university is naming the IU Launch Accelerator for Biosciences, which will be based at the 16 Tech Innovation District in Indianapolis. The IU lab will be housed in a 6-floor, 150,000 square foot facility that is expected to open in 2027 and will serve as IU's permanent home at 16 Tech. The university said the initiative will enhance Indianapolis's growing human health innovation sector and will collaborate with the IU School of Medicine, 16 Tech, Central Indiana Corporate Partnership, and more. From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
To succeed, you need to stay informed. You need to be engaged. And let's face it, you need to set yourself apart from the rest by connecting with a company that brings you the best. Because in today's environment, business is an ever-moving target, and we'll help you chase it. IBJ Media. The best of business is in us. Get started at ibjmedia.com/youngprofessional.
The Federal Aviation Administration has awarded a $1.7 million grant in support of a new air traffic control tower at the Gary Chicago International Airport. The $16.4 million project, first announced in September, will replace the airport's existing tower, which was built in 1972. The grant was awarded through the FAA Contract Tower Program, created to help modernize air traffic control towers. Funding for the grant was laid out in the bipartisan infrastructure law passed in 2021. The control tower is one of several new capital projects at the Gary Chicago Airport. In October, the airport launched a $24 million project to expand its cargo apron and install a jet fuel service pipeline. Governor Eric Holcomb celebrated his final IEDC board meeting Wednesday afternoon after the state's job creation agency announced a record-breaking $39 billion annual total of planned private capital investments. The investment total continues a trend of record-breaking years for the IEDC. The state has improved its annual total every year since Holcomb took office, except for 2020 due to the pandemic. Over his 2 terms, Holcomb's administration has captured more than $126 billion in planned investments through over 2,000 projects. Holcomb gave a heartfelt speech at the conclusion of the meeting, thanking members in the room who have contributed to the state's economic development accomplishments. As Holcomb prepares to leave office, he said the state is chasing about $10 billion more in deals, which could close within another year. Governor-elect Mike Braun's administration is expected to continue working on those deals. Braun announced last week that David Adams will serve as his Commerce Secretary in his administration. Music industry executive Andy Wilson is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast, hosted by Gary Dick, presented by PNC. A weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Marek Mazurek for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.